Thank you very much, and thank you, Dick. And I'm going to be brief because I'm sure you all want to be on your way. But I am in awe of these winners tonight. Terrific. I wish everybody in Northern Ohio could have been here tonight to hear the story of what's happening. I'm tired of people bad-mouthing Northern Ohio. I think it's the greatest place on earth. And I wanted to do my part to make it even better. First of all, I do want to introduce Team Regula. I wouldn't be here tonight if it weren't for them. My wife, Mary. My brother, John, and his wife, Rhea. They were back here. John kept the family business going, and Rhea and Mary were out with their little white hats and green ribbons on, promoting Ralph Regula for Congress. This little farm hick kid from down in southwestern Stark County didn't have a prayer without a team like this. And I'm a great believer in teams. Just a couple of quick things. One is the story in the McGuffey's Readers. I used to read those avidly, probably some of you might have. Every story had a moral. And I wish we still had the McGuffey's Readers in our schools. But the one I remember particularly was about the father who had 7 strong, big, strapping sons who were always quarreling. One day he called them in, and he had 7 sticks. He gave each one a stick and said, break it. And they did. Nothing to it. Then he took 7 sticks, put them in a bundle, and gave them to each of the boys. Couldn't do it. The moral of the story was, there is strength in being together, and that's what Team Neo is all about. There's strength in our part of the world. And what Team Neo does. The last thing I would share with you. I was dean of the delegation, and every year they would have a party in Washington. Maybe some of you have been there, where all the Ohio people, and there are a lot of them in Washington, I have to tell you, Ohio is a fertile ground for good people that go to the Capitol. But they have the party, and they'd always ask me to make a few remarks. And I said, it's all very simple. I said, you've heard about the bridge to nowhere. I said, Ohio is the bridge to everywhere. And when you think about it, it's absolutely true. And my Peter Burg story, gotta tell this one. Eileen, you'll love this one. Mary and I, were riding back after the first convention for Bush II. We're riding back. We flew to Pittsburgh and rode a train up through the country to ultimately Akron, Ohio. Mary was in the throes of getting the First Lady's Library underway and needed money. And she said, you know, I wonder if the chairman of FirstEnergy will be there in Akron to meet the train. I said, well, there's a good chance he might be, but she hadn't met him, but she thought he might be a potential for a little fundraising. We got off the train down at the station. She was like a laser. Where is he? And she found him. She found him. She got to meet Peter Burg. Very impressed, I might add. And she must have done all right, because shortly she had a contribution in the mail. For the First Lady's Library. So it's a great honor to be recognized in his name, but more importantly is what it means for Northern Ohio, for all these people that were recognized tonight. I, of course, am particularly pleased with my North Canton crew. They're Stark County, my home county, and that they were winners. But it was just a wonderful evening to hear these stories of success. And I just wish it could be shared with everybody, as I mentioned earlier, because I just believe that we are the greatest place on earth, as I said earlier. And you know, we have water, we have people, we have great universities, we have great health facilities. I remember when Nebraska, the state of Nebraska, came to the Congress and they wanted to build a pipeline to Lake Erie. They were going to take our water and take it down to Nebraska to replenish the aquifer, because when they put their wells down, there wasn't much down there. Well, they didn't get away with it. But it is a terrific asset. Well, I could go on at great length, but I know I'm preaching to the choir. I thank you for this great honor. I appreciate it, but more importantly, I appreciate what it stands for, and that is a great place on earth that's growing, a place that I hope my grandchildren will want to stay and bring their family, raise their families, rear their families, and that this area has the kind of future I see for it, because it truly is the bridge to everywhere. Thank you.